Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the late upload on the Winter Storm Xylia, if that's how you say it. Sorry if I mispronounced it, but I got caught up with a bunch of schoolwork and football. Now, at least as of right now, at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, you still have a bunch of blizzard warnings up in parts of western Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, and the Colorado Rockies. This storm is very intense still, and trust me, do not underestimate this storm as it makes its way eastward. You still have winter weather advisories for parts of South Dakota, stretching into southern and almost into central Minnesota, southwest Wisconsin, northwest Illinois, and all into northern and central Iowa. You also have winter storm warnings for eastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota, central and northern Iowa, and you still have winter storm warnings in Nebraska and South Dakota. If we look into the east, we have red flag warnings for possible fires due to the winds and a pretty nice warm up that's going to be happening. But as the storm makes its way eastward, it will bring a shot of cold air that could bring snow in this area. Now, if you look on the different models, some models do have enough precip that gives east snow. Some models do give New York City 2 inches. That would mean they would get over 40 inches of snow this season. This season has been a tremendous amount of snowfall, and you could also see snowfall in parts of Albany, part of Essex County, I believe that is there. If not, I'm sorry. And you can also see it back by Syracuse and Buffalo. If we take a look at the infrared loop here, which thanks to Tropical Tidbits for allowing me to show this, the darker the colors is more higher up these clouds are, which means high intense rainfall rates. Up in parts of Nebraska and South Dakota where these dark reds are, that's where you see the heaviest of snow. But as you make your way southeast, this is where your heavy rain is. As you make your way more southeast, these patches of heavy rain become more scattered. But if you make your way more northwest, it's all compact in this one area here, as you can see. Your low pressure system is currently over just in Oklahoma. You can see this by the rotation of the spin right here. It is going counterclockwise here. You can tell because just look at it. It's going this direction here, and that's your low right there. All this is bringing up moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and feeding it back into the system. And as the system moves more eastward, it will interact with more precipitation and moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, but it would also be weakening as it makes its way into the Central Plains and Northeast. This is your precipitation map. Thanks for Wonder or Weather Underground. You could see your heaviest precipitation is back where these heavier and darker colors were. Back into northeastern Nebraska and back into western Iowa where it's raining right now. You could still have your low pressure system back here, but it's not as intense of snow right now. Denver, last checked, you have around 16-18 inches, and just west of you and north you have over 2 feet of snow. As we make our way southward, you can see it is changing to rain because due to lower elevation, you have rain into northern Texas, thankfully no snow, Kansas, and into New Mexico. If you widen this out a little bit more, you can see moisture is coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. You can tell because it shoots up like a little band here. This low pressure system, since it's counterclockwise, it brings up that precipitation and moisture from Gulf of Mexico, and this will be tracking easterly as it makes its way to Iowa and eventually into parts of the Northeast where it could give a bit of a cheap thrill. Now, you can see it's still kind of cold in parts of northeastern South Dakota, but this will quickly change over to rain as the system moves east. If you take a look back into Wyoming, you are starting to see a shutoff of precipitation as the system moves east, a warm up in Utah and Colorado if you make your way far enough southwestward. These are your current snowfall totals from the National Weather Service. Currently in Denver, you have 16 inches as of 5:30. You could easily put up another 2 inches because you have been constantly snowing since then. If you go just west into the mountains, this is at 3:30, and now for me it's 7 o'clock. You have 36 inches on the ground. If you go up into Xylia, sorry if I mispronounced that, you have 36 inches as of 5 o'clock. And if you go higher up, you have, as of 8 a.m. here, which was a while ago, about to be 12 hours ago, you had 52 inches on the ground. I am sure you guys put down at least another 5-10 inches, and you could be seeing around 60 inches there, which is a lot of snow here. If we make our way into northwest Nebraska, you can see these are 2-hour differences here. Just in 2 hours, you had 4-inch snowfall rates here, which is quite insane. That is definitely blizzard-like conditions. May not have the wind, but the visibility was very low if it comes down that fast. You also have 19 inches in southwest Nebraska here. And you also have, just on the border, 2 inches, and just to the west, 6 inches here. But this 2-inch report was yesterday at 8 p.m. So, and this report was at 3:30 today, so it's probably around 8 to 10 inches now. If we expand this view a little bit more, you could see in southeastern Wyoming, sorry for a little bit of lag, but southeastern Wyoming, you could have in West Deep Creek here, 32 inches. Just to the south, 27. And if you make your way into Xylia, once again, 36 inches, and 31 in Buford, Wyoming. On top of all the snow that has already fallen, you could see these are your additional snowfall. All the way from Michigan, all the way back down into northern New Mexico, you could see anywhere from inch from, let's say, the low elevation all the way up to the higher elevation to possibly another 24 inches in the mountains here. That's where these dark white colors and possibly pinks are. Back by Denver, you could see another 4 to 8 inches, I believe, if we zoom in at the National Weather Service. As this loads, you could see just to the north by Xylia, you could see another 7 inches. Denver, just to the, it looks like you will actually see another 9 inches. Sorry for this not loading. But if you go just to the west, you could see 11 inches. I don't know why. So there we go. Denver, 9 inches on top of what you already have. So you have 16 inches. You could see another possible 9 inches, which will definitely put you over the 2 feet mark. Back down by Colorado Springs, you could see just to the west of you, 9 inches, and just to the east of you, 3 inches. So depending on your elevation will all depend on this. Up in the mountains, you could see 13, 15 inches, pockets of 2 feet where these dark pink colors are. And if you make your way into northern Dakota here, you could see another foot of snow here. Just south of Rapid City itself, you could see 7 inches. And just to the southwest, you could see 12. Now, where these winter storm warnings are, you could see 6 to 10 inches where these darker blues and purples are. And Des Moines itself could see 2 inches. If you go into southwest Wisconsin, you could see southwest Wisconsin, this part, you could see 3 to 5 inches. As you make your way more and more easterly, you see less and less snow here. Finally, the NAM, which has been the greatest model so far this year, undoubtedly when it came to snowstorms, especially in east. This is what it depicted to be at 8 o'clock. If we go back one run, this is what it depicted to be at 7 o'clock, and if we take a look at the radar, it's a little bit overdeveloped, I should say, in the Rockies, but in the eastern part of the storm, it did do a very good job. It's actually a little bit colder, it seems like, in Nebraska than what the NAM is showing here. But if we continue with the NAM, by 6 a.m., you can see central Iowa, northern Iowa has fully changed over from rain to snow here, and you're snowing at a good clip. You have your high pressure system up just north of Michigan here, bringing down the cold air, a counterclockwise spin, with the also counterclockwise spin over here. These two clash, and you can see right there you have snow. As we continue here with the storm, winter storm Xylia, I believe that's how you pronounce it. You could see a sleet, maybe some freezing rain in Indiana. Chicago should see some snow, but then quickly change over. And then it becomes a question here. Will a low pressure form over here that could give some snow for parts of the Northeast, or will it be weak like what the NAM is showing? If we go to the GFS para, you can see it kind of disagrees with that. It does show a low forming. The high pressure is not there. Sorry about that, guys, but the high pressure is not here. It is off the coast of Long Island and Nantucket, and there's another high pressure up here that's coming down from Canada. But there is enough cold air that does show some snow forming. The GFS para, which also did good this winter, actually gives New York City 3 inches of snow, believe it or not. But if the GFS para is correct, I would suggest 1 to 2 inches. But again, this is one run of the model. The Euro actually shows some snow, agrees with the para, and gives New York City 1 to 2 inches. I will update you guys further on this storm, but everybody have a great day and enjoy this lovely Sunday we have.